One-on-One with Jane Mitchell, featuring the legends.
Junior Seau was one of the most electrifying personalities and passionate players in the National Football League, a legend early in his career as a San Diego Charger and well known throughout the NFL by players and fans alike. Sadly, May 2, 2012, number 55 died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the chest. He was just 43. His death stunned a city and a nation, in part because this man with so many high-profile interests seemed to have made the adjustment from playing to a fulfilling retirement. Several months later, the National Institutes of Health concluded he suffered from a type of chronic brain damage, which might help explain what happened. His death fueled national conversations about the dangers of the game and about adjusting after one stops playing. But in this edition of One-on-One, we revisit our profiles from 1999 and 2003, exploring Junior's remarkable life, and we will hear from the emotional public memorial service bidding number 55 farewell.
We want to acknowledge that this event is not a sporting event. It's an event for us to heal about what happened and to celebrate the life of Junior Seau. We want to give thanks.
Miles McPherson, a former Charger turned minister and Junior Seau's friend and spiritual counselor, welcomed thousands of fans to the stadium and more watching on TV on May 11, 2012, offering a heartfelt challenge.
Save your 55 jerseys, and all that stuff is great. But the value of Junior Seau is his impact on your life. So as you are listening today, I want to challenge you as you're tweeting out, sending Facebook posts, that you identify one way his life is going to change your life. One group of people you're now going to help that you wouldn't have helped before. One charity you're going to give to. One service that you're going to give to San Diego, because that's what he was all about.
A man of many dimensions as we explored One-on-One over time. Number 55, Junior Seau, lives for competition. He exudes concentration and commitment.
I just want to get the edge. I've been blessed with a certain amount of talent. I want to make sure that I work to help that talent.
And when Junior Seau feels thrills, he gets chills.
The chills of winning down your spine doesn't change from now to when I was 5 years old.
Being a team player seems natural for Junior Seau. He's from a big family with strong parents who taught them to love each other.
It's a love for inside the family and love for the parents.
And to love their heritage. Tia Ina and Luisa Seau are from American Samoa in the South Pacific, where tuna packing is the main industry. A grandfather was a respected village chief. And honoring the family name is a sacred value. In 1963, the Seau's first child, David, needed medical attention, so they came to San Diego, where they had relatives in the military, and settled in Oceanside.
They found their way through the church.
Their faith helped them through the death of a baby twin and the joy of the birth of their other children, including Tia Ina Seau Jr., January 19, 1969. They lived in a small house, just 2 bedrooms, one for his parents, one for the 2 girls. The 4 boys slept in the garage.
It was a tight-knit group.
Junior's parents spoke only Samoan at home, so learning English when he started school at age 7 was a challenge.
We had to make the adjustment quick, or else we were going to get lost.
The most important to me, the education for my kids.
His father worked at a rubber factory.
And he worked hard.
His mother stayed home.
I think if Mom had her way, we would be playing bingo and having a great time. But Dad was always the guy that wanted the structure.
Even with his strictness.
My dad was a guiding light for me. At 5 o'clock every morning, you would hear some mumbling going on upstairs, and it'd be Dad reading his Bible every morning. That's special, and I remember that.
And he remembers the evening family prayers.
Ia pa ia lo swaf. Ia o mai lo malo.
We always had time to get together and thank God for the time that we have together.
God, make our dreams come true.
The best days of my life were sleeping in the garage with my brothers, listening to them communicate about sports and what they were going to do and how they were going to do it.
And growing up where the Seau boys did, both his family and his focus would serve young Junior well. Oceanside's east side was a tough area at the time.
I knew there were gangs there, but they knew that I didn't want any part of it. My gang was football. My gang was basketball. My gang was track. My gang was school. My gang and my purpose was to get my parents out of Oceanside, help them see another light, a life that they deserve. And that was my goal. My drug in life was winning, and it is today.
Stand tall, stand proud. You know who you are.
Winning came early, so did developing his work ethic.
I used to do 10 push-ups before I went to bed because I knew my brothers weren't doing the push-ups. So I felt like I was getting something ahead of them.
By the time he was in the 8th grade, all his older brothers and sisters had won the Jefferson Junior High School Sports Boys and Girls of the Year honors. He wanted to win that too.
I think that was probably the start of the chills, because I knew that that was the pressure that I had to fight. And it was something that no one else knew about but me.
And at the awards dinner,
it felt like I was the best in the world. It was an 8th grade banquet. And for me to receive an award where I can take home and show my brothers and sisters, listen, I wanted to, was a start of something.
He always said basketball was his love, but football was going to be his career.
Don Monable was Junior's basketball coach at Oceanside High School and remembers him as a leader and a standout on campus. Junior advanced to the varsity level early as a sophomore, helping to lead the Pirates basketball and football teams to championships. But one day, his senior year, 1987, a defining moment for young Junior. After an outburst of frustration in front of the basketball team, he risked not playing if he didn't apologize.
He says from that he learned that he wasn't the star at all costs. He knew that he was someone that had to adhere to the rest of the policies and the rules.
Still, he was a star and in demand, inundated by offers for college scholarships. He wanted to play for the University of Colorado, where he had friends, but at the last minute, his father wanted him to consider USC.
He wanted to share my college career with me, and it was important to him, and I knew that, and therefore I honored it.
But there would be another painful, defining moment before Junior would be a fighting Trojan: the college entrance SAT scores. The minimum to be eligible to play his freshman year, 700. His score, 690.
Because I was highly touted, All-American athlete, it hit the headlines, and it hurt my family. And because it hurt my family, it hurt me. You know, suddenly Junior Seau was a dumb jock. Junior Seau won't play his freshman year. He won't have the crutch of using football. He's going to have to be just a student. And a lot of people didn't think I would be able to do it.
He wanted to prove to himself and others he could do it.
It was fun fighting back.
He earned above-average grades, and after setbacks due to minor injuries, he earned respect on the gridiron his explosive junior year.
He had to get rid of it, but Junior Seau was there again. And
leading the Trojans to the Rose Bowl. He earned All-America honors and was the Pac-10 Defensive Player of the Year. He chose to leave USC, expecting to be drafted by the Patriots.
So I go to New England in my shorts and tank top, and it's like below zero, cold, cold, cold.
But Junior was hot, 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 and one of the top 3 athletes in the 1990 draft. The Chargers' Bobby Beathard wanted him.
His effort on the field, his effort in practice, and everything fit.
New England and Tampa passed on him.
And that was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Right on, baby. There you go. Woo.
Junior spent time with other teams near the end of his career, but all of us will always remember him as a San Diego Charger. And every Charger fan who wears the 55 jersey will always remember the talent, energy, and charisma of the man who made that jersey famous.
Soon after his passing, the Breitbart Hall of Fame Selection Committee unanimously elected Junior Seau into the Hall of Fame here at the San Diego Hall of Champions, where he is also among the most decorated local athletes for his high school, college, and professional careers. The Hall paid tribute to him the night the 2013 class was inducted, the crowd still full of heavy hearts. In 2015, he was among the 8 players elected into the Pro Football Hall of Fame for a summer induction ceremony in Canton, Ohio. His image, name, and numbers to live on with the greats of the game. He would have loved attending both events, always comfortable with an audience and making people feel good about themselves, even if he was the one in the spotlight. That confidence and his success grew over time as we continue his story with his rookie year.
I thought I knew football until I stepped on the field with the San Diego Chargers and they put me in the middle.
In college, he'd been a defensive end with a straightforward assignment.
Go find the ball on the opposite side. And that was mainly the quarterback.
The Chargers changed his role to middle linebacker, the guy in what's called the thinking man's position.
They wanted me to do coverages, they wanted me to make calls, and it took a time for me to adjust with that because now I had to learn football.
But old habits die hard.
Run, hit, run and hit. Run, hit, run and hit. Run and hit! I was running fast. I was hitting my own players, but I was running fast.
It began to click, especially after being selected as an alternate to the Pro Bowl after his rookie year.
They gave me some hope, and I started studying the position itself.
The results showed year by year as Seau emerged early in his career as the heart and soul of the Chargers defense. In 1991, he became the team's top defensive playmaker and named to the Pro Bowl, an honor he'd received 12 years in a row through the 2002 season, tying an NFL record for consecutive trips to the Pro Bowl. He has been a constant even as the Chargers have had a number of losing seasons, what he calls the drought.
There will be times where it's hard to get up in the morning to go work out. It's hard to go to practice. It's hard to sit in meetings. It's hard to talk to the media. But what you have to do is you have to believe that it's going to turn.
And if and when it does turn, he knows what to expect by just thinking about 1994. His tenacity was key that season as the Chargers made a run for the playoffs under head coach Bobby Ross.
It's amazing when you have so many people, a group, and you're fighting for the same goal, and it turns your way. You know it's your time. And that was our time.
The most dramatic do-or-die face-off, the AFC Championship game against the Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh.
We didn't have a chance. Well, no one gave us a chance. The only ones that believed in us were, our team on that plane. And as we were up there in Pittsburgh, they were preparing for their Super Bowl shuffle and their dances. And then we started to get angry because everyone started to talk bad about us. And we took that to heart and went out there and found ourselves in an opportunity with the last play on the line to win a game.
Incomplete, and it was Dennis Gibson on the coverage, and the San Diego Chargers.
Time just stopped.
How emotional was it, and how emotional did you get?
Well, I remember crying. I was overwhelmed with the impossible. There are a lot of great players in the league that don't have that never had the opportunity to play in the Super Bowl. And we took care of that.
Please welcome the family of Pro Bowl linebacker Junior Seau.
That is definitely my highlight of my career thus far. That moment in time where the city of San Diego came together.
Then you play the game. What sort of pressures?
I don't want to go into that. We were definitely overwhelmed with a lot of talent with the San Francisco 49ers, and we didn't play well. It hurts, you know, embarrassment, just feeling down for, you know, not only yourself, but, you know, obviously for the team and the city.
Getting a chance to get back to a season like that, to get back to the playoffs, back to the Super Bowl, certainly drives number 55 game by game.
One at a time, baby, one at a time. All I want on Sunday night after the game is to be able to lay my head on my pillow with peace.
To get that peace, he has to know that he's done everything he can to help his team.
I refuse to be outworked.
Even on Tuesdays, the team's day off, he's at the training facility.
I'm in there getting treatment and to make sure every part's ready to go for the next week.
Wednesday and Thursday begin before the sun comes up.
I like to get up at 5:30 every morning, and I like to work out because I know my opponent's sleeping.
What we do is 2 sets of every station. It'll be a bright, sunshiny day.
Every day is film day.
And I play my opponents on film 5 times a week, and we win every day.
Alone in a quiet room, Junior plays a copy of the upcoming opponent's most recent game.
As you can see, the guard is pulling. That could be a play action. That's a play action there.
Dissecting every move.
It's all here. I mean, the answers to the test is right here in the film room. All you have to do is study it and find it.
Friday is spent being quiet and mellow.
Saturday, I get in my hot tub, I sit there, I visualize the game.
Sunday, game day, begins at the stadium 5 hours before kickoff.
I walk around the stadium, I walk around the field, and I visualize again what's going to happen today. I joke around with my trainers and have a great time. And then I get quiet, and then I'm in my zone.
Junior Seau doesn't hold back, running on months worth of adrenaline.
So it takes you back to the off-season workouts of trying to build yourself to a point where you can perform on Sunday. And it's hard to bottle it up. Wherever the chills go, I shake. I try to shake it off. It just happens that it runs through my spine and to my right leg. There are a lot of people who aren't my fans that would love to just like critique that. And I like to say that it's not meant to be any harm to anyone. It's a person that loves the game. I want my team to win. I want my players to be successful. I'm not going to sit back and hang up my helmet and say, I wish I was able to be me.
Junior Seau was most certainly himself, and at the event remembering number 55, even in their grief, his friends reminded us of his sense of humor. Billy Ray Smith recalled how, as part of their welcome tradition for the top draft choice, Junior had to pick up the tab for a pricey steak dinner with teammates.
The next morning, when we all come back into training camp, I have the entire female staff of the San Diego Chargers running up to me and thanking me so much. I can't figure out why. Turns out, knowing that he was about to have to pay for the steaks, he grabbed my credit card and charged flowers to every single female working in the Chargers offices. Yeah. Junior Seau loved you guys. Loved you all. And I'm relatively sure that you loved number 55 as well. Is that correct?
He is defense.
Wherever the ball is, Junior's there.
He's a family guy. We love him in San Diego. Junior!
Thank you, Junior.
How's it going, Junior?
Junior Seau was loved for being a leader on and off the gridiron, admired by many, including former teammates who paid tribute to him.
I gave back to this community because Junior did it. He was so special that he encouraged me to give back as much as I can, and to this day I'm still doing the same thing because of him.
The always busy businessman not only had a popular restaurant during his career and retirement, but he used that for good, including Thanksgiving Day, hosting dinners for the military and others who needed a boost or a thank you. Since 1992, the Junior Seau Foundation has raised some $5 million for young people and college scholarships. Now, a $500,000 donation for the Junior Seau Foundation Urgent Care Center will renovate the Oceanside Rady Children's Hospital facility to better serve more children.
And I promise you, it's inspired players all over this league. What Junior started, what San Diego supported, has inspired myself and many others to do great things in their community. For that, I thank you, Junior.
Since his passing, the foundation has scaled back activities, but one that continues and that his family attends, Shop with a Jock, meant a lot to him.
It's a tearjerker. It really is. To see kids that aren't able to have a Christmas tree, to be able to take 250 kids shopping with a jock, whether it's a Padre, San Diego Charger, San Diego State, UCSD athlete. We all come together, and every single one of us gets paired with one kid.
It really will be part of your legacy, too.
It's part of our legacy. It's something that San Diego started, and that's more important to me than anything else.
Also important to him, family. And while his marriage of 10 years to Gina didn't work out, his 4 children were a priority.
He was loyal to his teammates, to the Chargers, to you people of San Diego, but most of all, to this wonderful family sitting right down here.
After being traded to the Dolphins in 2003 and playing in another Super Bowl with the Patriots, Junior retired after the 2009 season.
It was just a short 6 months ago, I stood here on this very field and had the special privilege to present Junior as the 35th member of the Chargers Hall of Fame.
Nothing has changed. The best fans in the world. For the kids who are here, grab this. Work today. It's going to build your tomorrow. And then you pray for the rest.
In retirement, Junior Seau seemed full of energy, a willing guest to talk about his mission off the field, showing his spirituality in prayer with his family at his golf gala in March of 2012. All the more reason his death just a few months later was so unexpected, so devastating.
Mama Seau, Papa Seau, it's time for you to take a bow. He instilled in everybody he touched the things you taught him. So don't be sad today, be happy, because Junior lives through us. Everybody in here, everybody that he touched, he lives through us.
There's only one Junior and only one number 55, and from tonight forward, the number 55 Chargers jersey will always say Seau. It is now officially retired.
You will be missed, and you will never be forgotten. Thank you. God bless.
For all that is said about him, and maybe even the things we will never know, the answer to a question about wanting a Super Bowl ring seems to illuminate what mattered to him most.
Is that the ultimate for you?
I have rings in life, you know. I do. Do I want to win a Super Bowl ring? Yeah, I do. I'm hungry for one. That's probably the only thing that I haven't done yet in my career that I haven't accomplished. But I'm not going to say that's going to fulfill my career, fulfill my life. I'm living in San Diego. I have great friends. I have a great pastor. I have a foundation here. I've been able to plant seeds in a community to make my home. So there's a lot of rings there that I've been able to gain in 13 years. I'm proud of those rings. So for me to say that I'm going to give all that up for a Super Bowl, you know what? I'll take my rings of life. So am I after one? Yes. But I already won.
Junior means so much to so many people. Junior's a guy that will live forever in our hearts, our minds, the stories that we all have about him, just what he meant to so many people. And I think this was such an amazing tribute to him. Everybody out in the water, everybody chanting his name.
And don't forget who's taking you home. In his arms you're gonna be. And so, darling, save your last dance for me.
His many dimensions endeared him to countless friends and fans, a legend in his own time and in his passing. As for his legacy, he told me he just hopes he'll be remembered as a guy who was fair. Fair to his sport, fair to his community, and fair to his family. I'm Jane Mitchell. Thank you for watching One on One.
And don't forget who's taking you home. In his arms you're gonna be. And so, darling, save your last dance. So, darling, save your last dance. So, darling, save your last dance for me.